Hi there guys, and welcome to another episode of A Dash of Sports, episode 20. I'll be your host and presenter, Dashiki Dash, and on this show is where I talk about all things sports related, hot topics and trending stories. And if you like the previous episodes, then come on, you should know by now. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, and also don't forget to press the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future episodes. And one last thing, don't forget to share this. And on today's show, I'm going to be discussing Arsenal winning the Community Shield. What does this now mean for Mikel Arteta's Arsenal since winning the FA Cup, now the Community Shield? What does the future hold for the red side of North London? So like I always say, nothing's ever complete until women are involved. So just in case you missed out, I'll be going through the Women's Community Shield results along with the Women's Champions League final results. So stay tuned. And then moving on to a story that's picking up real momentum at the moment. Lionel Messi, is he Premier League bound? Is the famous number 10 going to be playing his football in the Premier League? Now, there's only one team that's going to be able to afford him, regardless if he moves on a free or not, and that's Man City. So I'm going to be discussing to see how close or how far Man City are to signing Lionel Messi. And moving on to some boxing as I watch Daniel Dubois fight this big sack of fufu, this big giant portion of pounded yam. Oh man. Now maybe it is time for Queensberry promotion to go head to head with Matchroom Boxing, because it seems like they're lacking a bit of competition over there. Now recently Frank Warren did propose such fights as Daniel Dubois versus Dillian White and Joe Joyce versus Derek Chisora, but fight camp to fight camp, who would actually win? Who's actually better, Queensberry promotion or Matchroom Boxing? Hey, more to be discussed on the Dash of Sports. Now, before I start, I wanted to pay tribute and also to say rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, who recently passed away from cancer just this past week. And although he was diagnosed in 2016, he pretty much battled to the very end, still producing movies, still working hard, still, even visiting kids that had cancer themselves, still really just showing the strength that he portrayed on and off the screen. It's just unfortunate that he could no longer battle on. So it's just sad, real sad. The acclaimed actor Chadwick Boseman, who was famously known as the Marvel superhero Black Panther, had a strong affiliation within sports with his depiction of the Major League Baseball legend Jackie Robinson in his movie back in 2013 called 42, which helped propel Boseman's stardom as an actor. Boseman's performances made him a favourite among professional athletes and fans alike, and the sports world is still mourning his passing. Major League Baseball tweeted, "We are devastated by the tragic loss of Chadwick Boseman. His transcendent performance in 42 will stand the test of time and serve a powerful vehicle to tell Jackie Robinson's story to audiences for generations to come." His role as Jackie Robinson wasn't Boseman's only link to sports. In fact, in 2018, he assisted Victor Oladipo in an NBA slam dunk contest, placing a Black Panther mask on the Indiana Pacers star. He was also a judge in the 2020 slam dunk contest as well. But his role as King T'Challa, Black Panther, will stand for the test of times, because you got from kids to adults, celebrities, sports stars who all wanted to be Black Panther. You got the likes of Aubameyang, who donned the mask and gave us the Wakanda salute. All the way to most recent times, you got the likes of Lewis Hamilton, who dedicated his win, he dedicated his race to Chadwick Boseman with a Wakanda salute, which just shows you the power. It was such a powerful film, a powerful role, which just basically just transcended the whole world alike. It wasn't just like, oh, it was a black movie. It was a Marvel superhero movie, whether you was black, white, Asian, any color, any race, you wanted to be the Black Panther. And all I can just say now is rest in peace. My condolences to, the whole Boseman family and friends, and yeah, may his memory just live on. And one thing I will say is, although the actor Chadwick Boseman has gone, what he done in regards to the Black Panther would live on. So his life, his spirit would live on forever, and may he rest in peace. Well, speaking of the Wakanda salute, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang donned the celebration one more time as he scored the opener in the Community Shield. Arsenal beat the Premier League champions Liverpool in the Community Shield at Wembley. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scored a superb opening goal. Although the game ended 1-1 in normal time, he then went on to score the winning penalty in the shootout. It was a befitting celebration by Aubameyang, showing once again that he is truly a Marvel superhero in the Premier League. He is the Black Panther. Once again, donning the celebration. It was truly an amazing goal by Aubameyang. One that I would say we're no longer surprised when we see this, because I think and I truly believe that this is going to be a red hot season for him. And he's once again just proving that he is probably the best striker in the Premier League. And the goal was started from a really good move from Arsenal, playing it from the back, just the way that Arteta wants Arsenal to be playing football. You can really see the identity and the philosophy working out really well. What a goal. What a goal from Aubameyang. What a goal from Arsenal. Liverpool did end up equalising. A little bit of a calamity at the back. Something Arsenal definitely need to cut out, but hey, these things happen. It is pre-season. Although the game was actually played at a real good intensity, both teams didn't want to lose it, but it did go into penalties. Now, penalties is like the luck of the draw, innit? It's like the lottery. You can't really, you know, it's fine margins. And unfortunately for the young boy Brewster, steps up. He was actually brought on to take a penalty because, according to Klopp and according to Liverpool, like, you know, he's been amazing when it comes to training, and when they do penalty shootouts, he never misses. And then just on this occasion, he did miss. When the pressure is really on, it's a total different ball game. So he's going to learn, still a young player, going to get over it. It is the Community Shield, so it's not the be all and end all. So hopefully he's going to be able to move on from that. So guys, help me out with this, because I've been having some real debates about the validity of the Community Shield, and, you know, does it count? Is it a trophy? Is it silverware? Because majority of the times it's usually the losing team. Now, I'm not saying that Liverpool fans have been saying this or anything like that, but I'm just saying usually it's like the losing team or teams that have not made it into the Community Shield, because let's be honest, you got to win the Premier League or win the FA Cup. And if you don't make it, then you're not going to really feel like it counts for anything. But does the Community Shield count? Is it silverware? Is it a trophy? Can you put it on your list? Now, for me, I'm saying yes. Listen, in other countries, they take it serious. You know, it is the curtain-raising event. Two teams that have won domestic trophies get to meet head-to-head at the beginning of the season, especially, well, look, maybe now, during this COVID-19 business, it hasn't really felt like the beginning of a new season. But usually at the beginning of a new season, you get to see all your new players, you're getting ready. It's more than just a friendly. It is usually contested at a high intense level. And why not? At the end of it, it just gives you a booster to the start of the season. But what do you think? Put your comments below and let me know. Moving on to the women, who also had their curtain raiser match as the dominant Chelsea beat Man City to win the Women's Community Shield. A stunning long-range goal from England defender Millie Bright and a late finish by substitute Erin Cuthbert gave Chelsea the victory over Man City in the first Women's Community Shield at Wembley. Now, did you hear that? The first Women's Community Shield at Wembley. Now, be honest with me, yeah? And put your comments down below. Be honest with me. Who knew about that? Like, obviously, I know that people will know, but like, really and truly, how advertised was that? Because the same way you're going to let us know that Liverpool versus Arsenal, Community Shield at Wembley, curtain raising event, what about the women? Are they getting the same opportunities? Like, advertise it alongside with advertising the men. So as soon as you was like, oh, the men are playing Liverpool versus Arsenal, Wembley Community Shield, you could be like, and also if it was the next day, I believe it was like the following day, and also the women would be playing in their community shield. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and before I used to think to myself, it's like, oh, you know, I'm not really in touch with the women's game. I'm not really, nowadays I'm looking out for a lot of women's sports. I'm watching a lot of women's sports. I'm watching a lot of women's football. So I know I had to dig deep in terms of even finding out like what's going on with this. And it's just, once again, it just baffles me. Like, there needs to be more needs to be done. Advertise it on the back of, if you have to. I just don't get it. I don't get it why the women's game just doesn't get the same push. Give the women a fair chance. Give them a fair chance. The game was really good, by the way. Like I said, 2 great goals from Chelsea. And yeah, it was played at a real good intensity. Although, you know, it's a curtain-raising event, you'd think to yourself, like, you know, a bit of a slow, you know, start and so forth and so forth. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Football is football. Yes, it's played at different levels. But if you enjoy the game, you enjoy the game. And the other good match that I watched was in a Women's Champions League final, where Lyon won the Women's Champions League for a 5th consecutive year as they beat Wolfsburg 3-1 in San Sebastian. England right back Lucy Bronze won her 3rd straight European crown with the French club, who claimed a record 7 titles. France's Eugénie Le Sommer opened the scoring, and Japan's Saki Kumaji lashed in to put in Lyon 2-0 up at half-time. Alexandra Popp headed in for Wolfsburg after the break, but Sarah Bjork Gunnarsdottir late header ended up sealing it. Lyon ladies were actually favourites throughout the whole campaign, and they didn't disappoint by winning the final. In fact, as I mentioned, that's their 7th European title, and that's amazing in itself, an amazing achievement. And that's like, what, the 4th time that they've met Wolfsburg ladies in the final and beaten them like 3 out of the 4 times. So they've just shown their dominance. In fact, over the whole 10 years, the past 10 years, Lyon ladies have been absolutely dominant in the European stage. So congratulations to them. And man, they'll probably end up winning it again next season. Who knows? But let me know. I'm really intrigued to see in the comments, to read in the comments, to see where people are getting their information or where they're seeing women's sports, women's football being advertised, so that I can look in the right places as well. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's definitely not getting the same push. Definitely nowhere near as the same as the men's. So yeah, put your comments down below. Let me know. If you are following women's football, you are following women's sports, where do you keep up with the information? Where do you source your information from to know when certain games are being played, fixtures, everything? You know, just let me know. Put your comments down below and let me know. Now, speaking of European football, there's only one story right now that's just absolutely bubbling and getting to boiling point. It's literally dominating, and that's Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi, the GOAT. Where is he going to be playing his football? Is it going to be at Barcelona, or is he going to be moving to the Premier League, which is most likely to be Manchester City? Now, it is going off at Barcelona right now. There are fans out there that are literally in tears. Grown men are in tears. Little boys that are refusing to go home, and they're trying to go to the training camp. They're outside the stadium, refusing to go home until Messi turns up. Now, if you're not too sure what's been going on with Messi right now, because you've been hidden underneath a rock, or you took a trip to the moon, or you took a trip to Mars, he wants to leave. He wants to cut all ties with Barcelona because he hasn't been happy with the president, members of the board, and then recently as well, they've just terminated Suarez's contract. He's not been happy. The club has just been going down over the years, and I think for him, he's just fed up. Enough is enough. How long can he really carry on playing for Barcelona? A lot of people would have thought, you know, he would have ended his career at Barcelona, but he's looking at it now, he's thinking, I'm 33 years old. If any time I'm going to make a change, this is the time now. He's probably got another, let's just say, 2-3 years. I can't really see Messi, the way he plays, the style of play, he's going to really carry on for 5 years. I reckon 2-3 years. If he's looking to go to the Premier League, at least 2-3 years. Now, I'm going to try and break it down without really trying to go in too deep with it. But the gist of it is this. So La Liga has dashed Lionel Messi's hopes of leaving Barcelona at a free transfer by stating that his release clause would have to be paid if he's to leave the Nou Camp. Messi notified Barcelona that he intends to walk away from the club by exercising his clause in his contract that allows him to leave on a free at the end of the season. Even though the deadline to exercise the clause has passed, Messi's lawyers believe that Barcelona should honour the clause as the season had extended because of the coronavirus pandemic. However, La Liga has now bolstered Barcelona's stance, with the club insisting that the clause has expired and the only way that Messi would be allowed to leave is if the 700 million release clause is paid in full. Now, that's easy. I knew that La Liga would never coincide or be on Messi's side in regards to this contract. The contract is the contract. It is what it is, as I always say. June was the cut-off date. He failed to mention anything in June, and now he's got this 700 million hefty release clause that he's got in his contract that I can't see anybody paying that. That is absolutely ridiculous. Now, when it comes to La Liga, they don't want to lose Messi. They've already lost Ronaldo, another GOAT. And if they lose Messi, their brand, La Liga as a brand, the league, it's just going to be... and they can't afford that. So for sure they're going to be on Barcelona's side. And plus they hold all the contracts. They hold every player's contract. So in order to release all the information, to release the contract to Messi, they would have to agree with Messi. But in this situation right now, they're on Barcelona's side. Now, Messi's not turned up to Barcelona for his COVID-19 test, which he needs to take in order for him to go training, which now he's missed training and he's not trained with Barcelona. And like I said, a load of fans have been waiting outside the Nou Camp. They've been waiting outside the training grounds, waiting for Messi, and Messi never turned up. And it's amazing to see right now, like, how fans just switch up on you. Messi, the hero, the Catalonian hero, Barcelona's hero. This guy is like Captain everything, Captain Fantastic, from hero to zero right now. Certain fans are acting like, you know, in the beginning of a relationship, the early stages, you're having them 2 a.m. phone calls where everything is sweet at the beginning, nothing could be wrong, like you're shedding all the lyrics and all the bars. Yeah, you know how it is. I don't see myself loving anybody. I love you, man. Only you. You're the one for me. Like, I don't care about nobody else. And then at the end of the relationship, oh, you already done know all the secrets, all the bad things, and then now you start exposing it. And you know what, your chicken, it's got no flavor. You don't even have to put no seasoning. And yeah, guess what? Your 6 toes does make me feel sick. But one thing I will say, if anybody can do it, is Lionel Messi. Because, oh man, he's got so much power there, man. So much power. So I still believe that he's going to leave, because that is literally the talk we're hearing. He's adamant that he wants to go, and I don't think Barcelona are going to be able to do anything, because I'm hearing that the president wants to leave to help Messi stay. There's a few board members that never got along with Messi. They're saying they're leaving as well because it will help Messi to stay, but he's just like, nah. He's told his lawyers that literally under no circumstance does he want to continue with Barcelona. So is it Man City? Is he going to the Premier League? What do you think? Is he going to actually be playing the number 10, Lionel Messi, playing at Man City with the likes of Kun Aguero and Kevin De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling? Man. Hey, it's actually exciting, because this will literally light up the Premier League. We need superstars in the Premier League. Can we be seeing Messi? What do you think, man? Put your comments below. What do you think about the whole entire situation? Can you actually see Messi leaving Barcelona? Will he leave Barcelona? Put your comments below and let me know. And now moving on to some boxing, and I want to just jump straight into it. Who has the better fight camp? Is it Queensberry Promotions, which is run by Frank Warren, or is it Matchroom Boxing, which is run by Eddie Hearn? Now for me, and I've had this debate with many of my friends, I personally feel it's Matchroom Boxing, because at times when I'm watching Frank Warren and Queensberry, it's just, it's boring, man. And I just watched this Daniel Dubois versus, man, do you know what? Usually I would feel bad by not knowing certain fighters or just watching the fights and not knowing their names. But on this occasion, it doesn't matter what your name is, because it was just boring. He was just fighting this big old sack of fufu, this pounded yam kind of guy. And I'm just thinking to myself, you wouldn't really see that at Matchroom Boxing, especially this fight camp that's just gone by. There's been an array of wicked and entertaining domestic fights within the camp, and I can't really see that happening with the Queensberry promotions. Now, for example, you got in Matchroom Boxing, you've got a domestic fight, both fighters in the same camp. You got the likes of Derek Chisora versus Dillian Whyte. They've had two amazing fights together. You've had AJ versus Dillian Whyte. You know, you just got better fights there. Now think about it. Who's Tyson Fury going to fight in the Queensberry promotions camp? It's not really going to be anybody. There is a good fight between Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce that's coming up. That's quite intriguing. But at the same time, you've got the likes of Anthony Yarde. Who is he going to fight up against? Like, who can he be matched up with within that camp? There's no one really there. And you got in Matchroom Boxing, you got the likes of Buatsi, which will be a really good fight between Anthony Yarde and Buatsi. That would be a really good fight. Which just moves me on to this whole cross promotions event that could possibly happen. Now Frank Warren has proposed, you know, certain fights between Matchroom Boxing and Queensberry. You got the likes of Joe Joyce versus Derek Chisora, or Dillian Whyte versus Daniel Dubois. Obviously the big one would be AJ versus Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. This could be a really good idea, and I feel like the more that this is being circulated, this idea is being put in the forefront, the more it would benefit Queensberry promotion, Frank Warren, because I just feel like the lack of competition over there is always going to have them, second best. Hence why, you know, being on BT as well, the home of boxing is Sky. We cannot deny it. Sky, when it comes to boxing, the home of boxing is Sky. BT, I can't really remember the last time I saw a really good fight on BT. I'm sorry to say. Most of the best fights, the majority of the fights that are, you know, the big fights are always on Sky. So it's a tough one. Yes, Frank Warren does hold, you know, a champion in Tyson Fury with the WBC. The WBC champion is Tyson Fury. But if that title is gone, if AJ manages to get that title of Tyson Fury, I feel sorry for Frank Warren and Queensberry Promotions. I think that it's gonna be it's gonna be tough for them. It's gonna be really tough. Now Frank Warren made a somewhat proposal, an offer, should we say, online in an online video, which Eddie Hearn doesn't really seem to have taken real serious. He's just been all about, listen, if you want to break bread, if you want to do business, just give me a call. Just give me a call. Lay out all your, you know, plans, everything that you wanna do with this cross promotion thing, and let's see if we can make it happen. But all in all, I really feel that Eddie Hearn is not about it. I don't think he really cares too much to help Queensberry Promotions, to kind of share that money. He doesn't want to help. Eddie Hearn's feeling to himself, he's been very innovative with this fight camp, which was very successful. The 4-week fight camp was really good, to the point where we ended up seeing Dillian Whyte versus Povetkin in an epic fight, which was befitting to, you know, close out the whole show, the whole 4 weeks. And he's just seeing it that Frank Warren wants to kind of jump on his coattails, jump on his success and make money off of him. And I don't think Eddie Hearn really wants to do that. But If it was to happen, it would be very interesting. I think they've got some really good potential fights to be had. And who knows, maybe if the money's right, look, all in all, it's all about the money. If the money is right, and I think pretty much they want to wait until fans are able to get into the stadiums and arenas and stuff like that, which is going to be even more lucrative. But if they're able to do it, and for example, if someone invites both camps to Saudi Arabia or Qatar or something like that, you know they've got loads of money there. Maybe they'll be happy to do something like that. So I don't know. Let me know what you think though. This is truly something that I want to know from you guys. Who has the better fight camp? Is it Queensberry Promotions, which is Frank Warren's, or is it Matchroom Boxing, which belongs to Eddie Hearn? Let me know below. Put all your comments below. Who's your favorite camp? You can even let me know who's your favorite fighters from the camps. Let me know. Put your comments below. Now, with that being said, I'm going to leave it there for today. But if you've made it this far into the show, all I want to say right now is thank you. Thank you for watching another episode of A Dash of Sports. I truly appreciate your love and support as always. And if you need further information about future episodes or just your day-to-day sporting updates, please head over to my Instagram page, and I'm also on Twitter, which is A Dash of Sports. I'll put it down below here, A Dash of Sports, and I'll also leave it in my description. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I truly appreciate your help, and I'm really trying to grow this channel, so without your help, it's not gonna work. So please subscribe, share it, and until the next time, here on A Dash of Sports, peace.